So we have a new project here, and there's only a single track because what we're going to be taking a look at now is dynamic timelines, and we're going to link that into the asset manager section. So one of the most powerful things that Nuke Studio and Hero can do is export media and distribute it into our pipeline. Now, at the same time, it can also be used for importing media and procedurally building out our sequence. So let's take a look at that. If we right click on our sequence and we choose export, this is our export dialog where we want to be exporting directly from here. And we have things like basic nuke shot with annotation, multi-view. We can be transcoding shots, sending things out as a sequence for daily, processing bins as clips. Now in this case, what we want to do is be creating a custom preset that's going to be used to ingest media. So I have a bunch of them here, so we're not going to actually run the export dialog. Now what they're doing is it's looking in our project root for a folder structure of our shot name, and then a subfolder called 02 animatics. And then it's looking for files that have the shot name and then a version number after it, and they're going to be coming from an external render. So I'm not going to export, I'm going to close. So what this means is whether the renders are done already or whether the animatics are done already or they are currently being worked on, we can still prep the timeline. And this is a huge time saver instead of having to find those clips on disk, bring them into our project bin, and then bring them into the timeline and line them up. We can actually prep this with a single click. So let's go ahead and select all of our clips. We're going to right click and we're going to choose build track from export structure. So from here we can build it into a new track, and the track name we're going to call it is animatics. And the preset that we want to use is the animatics preset. So I have a bunch of ones already built up, and I'm going to go ahead and build it. So what it's doing is it's scanning the network, it's looking in those folders, and if it finds a match to all the criteria we've listed, it's going to automatically bring it into the timeline, and that's exactly what's happened here. So just like that, we've built an animatics track. So we can do this again and continue to build up all the different stages of our pipeline and from all the departments. So I'm going to build a track from an export structure. I'm going to go in, and this time I'll choose the lights. It's coming from an external render. And then I'll go ahead and I will build it out. It's going to go and find all the shots from lighting and then bring it directly into the timeline. Now this is extremely powerful. It's a huge speed and boost to the workflow and the process of building up a project. And it's also the basis of things that we can be utilizing with our asset manager. So now let's take a look at that.